In the hazy realms of notoriety and danger, there exists a tale that defies belief, a narrative woven from the threads of courage, quick thinking, and an unfathomable escape from the clutches of one of history's most notorious drug lords, Pablo Escobar. As the world was held captive by fear and fascination, one individual dared to defy the odds and orchestrate an escape so astounding, it lingers as an enigmatic legend in the annals of Escobar's reign. Join us as we unravel the incredible account of a daring flight to freedom from the heart of Escobar's empire, a story that transcends the limits of imagination and epitomizes the resilience of the human spirit against seemingly insurmountable odds. Welcome to the unparalleled saga of the most unbelievable escape from the drugs lord Pablo Escobar. What does it take to outmaneuver one of history's most feared drug lords? Ever wondered how someone could outwit danger, navigate treacherous landscapes, and break free from the grip of Pablo Escobar's tyranny? Join us as we unravel the astonishing tale of a daring escape that defied Pablo Escobar's empire, the infamous Pablo Escobar. Pablo Escobar was one of the most notorious drug lords in history, known for his lavish lifestyle and violent tactics in building his empire. He rose to prominence in the 1970s and 80s as the leader of the Medellin cartel, controlling the majority of the global cocaine trade. With an estimated net worth of $30 billion and a powerful underworld connection, he became one of the most feared men in Colombia's history. His notoriety only increased when he was able to escape from the La Catedral prison in 1992, which led to an intense pursuit by the authorities and a dramatic conclusion to his story. La Catedral, situated above Medellin in Colombia, served as a prison specially constructed to meet the demands of Pablo Escobar, the leader of the Medellin cartel. Under a 1991 agreement with the Colombian government, Escobar surrendered, but was to serve a maximum of 5 years without extradition to the United States. This prison was tailored to Escobar's preferences, allowing him to select his own guards, believed to be loyal only to him. La Catedral's design prioritized shielding Escobar from enemies and assassination attempts rather than preventing his escape. Dubbed Hotel Escobar or Club Medellin, La Catedral boasted luxurious amenities, including a football field, a large dollhouse, a bar, a jacuzzi, and a waterfall. Escobar even had a telescope installed to oversee Medellin, facilitating conversations with his daughter while observing her residence. However, the lenient arrangement collapsed after reports surfaced that Escobar had ordered the torture and murder of 4 of his lieutenants within La Catedral. The Colombian government, initially tolerating Escobar's drug trafficking, decided to relocate him to a conventional prison, an order Escobar vehemently opposed. La Catedral housed a variety of amenities, including a personal bar. However, Escobar's luxurious confinement didn't last long. 2 years later, following pressure from both Colombian and US authorities, La Catedral prison was raided. On the 22nd of July 1992, amidst the Colombian National Army's encirclement of La Catedral, Pablo Escobar once again embarked on a daring escape. Exploiting an ingenious plan he had devised during the construction of the facility, Escobar utilized an escape route cleverly incorporated into the building itself. A section of the prison's wall had been constructed with vulnerable, easily breakable concrete. Leveraging this flaw to his advantage, Escobar simply kicked open the weakened section, enabling his unceremonious walk to freedom, leaving authorities astounded and the world captivated by his audacity. Escobar slipped out of the prison undetected. He fled to his jungle hideaway and went into hiding, beginning a surreal game of cat and mouse with the authorities that would last for months. Following Pablo Escobar's daring escape from La Catedral, an intense manhunt was launched to track down the elusive drug lord. This operation involved a specialized 600-man unit known as the Search Block, which was meticulously trained by the United States Delta Force. Led by the capable Colonel Hugo Martinez, this elite task force was determined to bring Escobar to justice, employing advanced tactics and strategic maneuvers in a relentless pursuit across Colombia's terrain. The search block's mission was clear: to apprehend one of the world's most notorious criminals and end his reign of terror once and for all. Numerous people helped Escobar in his escape from La Catedral, and there are many theories about who they were. Some suggest that his own defense team provided assistance and helped bribe the guards, while others claim that he had the support of corrupt police officers. There are also rumors that he had assistance from other drug lords looking to get a piece of his empire. To this day, the extent of their involvement remains a mystery, leaving us to ponder how he was able to pull off one of the most extraordinary escapes ever recorded. Once Escobar fled La Catedral, the authorities launched a massive hunt to find him. Escobar used his vast resources and connections to avoid capture, moving from one hideout to another. He employed a range of tactics, including disguises and paying off officials, to stay under the radar. Despite these efforts, the authorities had several close calls with the drug lord, including a dramatic shootout in which Escobar narrowly escaped capture. These high-stakes moments only added to Escobar's enigmatic reputation and increased the tension surrounding his inevitable capture. The search for Escobar continued for more than a year after his escape, with many close calls and dramatic raids. The government's failure to find and recapture one of the world's most wanted criminals severely damaged its reputation and fueled public anger toward corrupt officials. In response to this debacle, new measures were implemented to prevent another escape. These included transferring high-profile prisoners to a more secure location and increasing surveillance to halt any attempt at tunneling. The authorities had learned their lesson and were determined not to let something like this happen again. In December 1993, Escobar was found hiding out in an apartment building in Medellin. A team of police and military operatives surrounded the building, leading to a dramatic showdown that lasted several hours. Escobar tried to escape by rooftop, but was shot and killed on the spot. His death brought relief to many in Colombia, while others mourned the loss of a man they saw as a philanthropist and Robin Hood figure. The events leading up to his death remain the subject of controversy, with some suggesting that Escobar committed suicide rather than risk capture, while others claim that the police executed him in cold blood. The circumstances surrounding Escobar's death have been shrouded in controversy and speculation ever since. While the official account suggests that he was killed in a shootout with law enforcement, there are numerous alternative theories about his death. Some believe that he was executed by the police rather than captured, while others suggest that he actually faked his own death and lived out the rest of his days in hiding. However, despite the uncertainty surrounding his death, there is no denying the legacy that Escobar left behind. His story has been immortalized in popular culture, and his impact on the drug trade and Colombian society is still felt to this day. Escobar's escape provided valuable lessons for the Colombian government and law enforcement agencies around the world. It was a wake-up call that illustrated just how powerful a drug lord with seemingly endless resources can be. It highlighted the need for greater vigilance, security, and improved operational procedures. In the post-Escobar era, there were significant changes implemented in government policy and procedure, including improvements to prison security, stricter background checks for law enforcement personnel, and increased international cooperation between agencies to combat the global drug trade. While the circumstances surrounding Escobar's escape and death are still a subject of debate, one thing is clear: his legacy has had far-reaching implications for the world of drug trafficking and law enforcement. In conclusion, the story of Pablo Escobar's escape and death continues to fascinate people around the world and has left a remarkable impact on society and law enforcement agencies. The lessons learned from his escape have contributed to the development of more effective policies and procedures for dealing with high-profile prisoners. His story remains relevant to this day, serving as a cautionary tale about the dangers of drug trafficking and the importance of preserving the integrity of the justice system. Escobar's story may be on the surface a story of crime and violence, but it also carries important lessons for those who strive for a more peaceful, just, and sustainable society. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey. If you found this story as captivating as we did, don't forget to hit that like button, turn on notifications, and subscribe to our channel for more gripping tales and exclusive content. Your support means the world to us, and we can't wait to share more amazing content with you. Until next time, stay curious and stay tuned.